Sa mga biggest questions ng mga nasa Middle East. Magpapatransfer ba kami or mag-stay? So, what made us decide na mag-stay sa Dubai?
What did we do when we finally received our P4 letter?
Biggest question, kamusta ba ang interview ng mga LGBT couples sa Middle East?
Hello, good evening.
Hello!
It's been a while. We're back.
So, nandito kami para i-discuss yung isa sa mga biggest questions ng mga nasa Middle East. Magpapatransfer ba kami or mag-stay? So, just a quick background. Bali, nurse ako sa Dubai and yung priority date ko was September 2022 and nakuha lang namin yung interview date ko this 2025. So, can you imagine kung gaano kami katagal naghihintay? So, nag-current ako November 2024 and ever since, nandun yung question like, magpapalipat ba kami sa Pinas or mag-stay kami sa Dubai? So, ano ba yung mga reasons kung bakit namin consider lumipat sa Pinas? Unang-una is, mabilis daw ang bigayan ng interview sa Pilipinas. Second consideration kung ba't gusto nung iba na umuwi na Pilipinas is of course makakapagbakasyon ka tapos kasama mo rin yung family mo. And third reason is, halimbawa meron ka ding mga gamit na gusto mo nang iuwi from Dubai or anywhere else kung nasa naman kayo tapos gusto nyo iuwi ng Pilipinas, mas makakatipid ka rin, makakasabay na rin. So, yun yung mga things na kinoconsider pros kapag uuwi ka ng Pilipinas. Ano naman yung mga cons? So, personally, ang naisip namin is, unang-una, magastos. Especially, kahit kaming dalawa lang, yung biglaang pagbili ng ticket is isa sa mga kinoconsider namin kasi talagang mahal siya. Budget-wise. Sa Pilipinas is, of course, kung marami kayo, like all of your family, 4, 5 kayo na nasa ibang bansa, and lahat kayo is kailangan umuwi ng Pilipinas, medyo mabigat din sa budget yun. So, isa rin yun sa dapat nyong i-consider. And of course, isa pa dun is yung bakasyon, especially pag nasa Dubai ka or nasa ibang bansa kayo, hindi ganun kadaling humingi ng off request or ng emergency leave or ng leave para umuwi ng Pilipinas. And isa na rin sa mga kinoconsider doon is kung gaano ka ba katagal na mag-stay sa Pilipinas. Kasi mga kinoconsider is napaka-unpredictable kung uwi ka ng Pilipinas. Unang-una, kailangan may consider ang medical, ang interview, and yung pag-release ng passport. So, let's say, after ng interview is matutuwan ka, merong chance or possibility na mag-stay ka pa ng mas mahabang panahon sa Pilipinas, which is ang hassle kasi baka hindi sumapat yung hiningi mong leave from the hospital. So, isa yan sa mga kinonsider namin. And lastly, ito is hindi galing sa amin, but from all ng lahat ng aming nagawang research is, hindi ko na ba't sobrang dami daw ng sputum akad sa Pilipinas. So, parang kahit na wala ka namang history of smoking, may mataas yung chance na mas sputum akad ka sa Pilipinas. So, yun yung pinaka risky for us kasi once na mag-undergone ka ng Sputum Academy is may chance or possibility na mag-extend pa ng at least 2 to 3 months bago ka umalis kasi kailangan mong hintayin yung result ng iyong culture. So, what made us decide na mag-stay sa Dubai? Una, nakapagbakasyon na kaming dalawa. So,
we were not in a hurry.
To go.
Yeah. And when you said like you want to stay or you want to spend time with your family, I think that was one of the, things that we didn't consider kasi every year or, from time to time, yung family naman namin is pumupunta sa Dubai. So, I think the main reason is we just really wanna travel more while we're waiting.
And another reason is, habang nag-stay ka sa Dubai, so, mas sumahaba yung iyong experience. So, hindi ka nawawalan ng iyong
bedside
experience. And,
we just wanna save more money.
Makakaipon ka pa habang nasa Dubai. So, yun. Pero, syempre, nag-cross din sa mind namin na magpalipat ng Pilipinas. Pero, alam mo yun, it all depends on your fate. And, kami talagang isip namin nun since at the time, nung nakuha namin yung interview date namin, nasa Japan kami. So, that was March. We waited for almost 6 months to get that interview date, to get that P4 letter. So actually, nasa isip namin nun, lagi namang nakaplat na bakasyon namin ng July, it would be the perfect time na magpa-interview na sa Pilipinas kasi
Yes.
uuwi naman talaga kami ng July. So yun yung naisip namin. So it all depends on your plan, and yun nga.
Yeah, it's all about your choice, your convenience, or where you're comfortable.
Yeah. And personally, take namin to, sobrang hassle-free ng aming medical and interview sa Abu Dhabi. So, ayun. Hindi naman namin i-recommend magstay, but based on our experience, it was so hassle-free and it was so smooth. Especially sa aming mga LGBT couple. So, punta tayo sa second topic natin today. Paano ba?
What did we do when we finally received our P4 letter? So, just to give you a timeline, 25th of March, we got our P4 letter. We were in Japan at that time. And then once we got back to Dubai, I think 1st of April, that's when everything started sinking in. So that's when we started planning stuff. And then we scheduled our medical on the 29th of April at the NMC Hospital, Abu Dhabi. And then our interview date, it was 20th of May. And then 25th of May, after the interview, we finally got our passport with visa. And last step was 28th of July. That's when we arrived in US.
Yay! So, gagawa kami ng separate vlog about sa dogs kasi sobrang daming process din na dapat i-consider kung babiyahe kayo with dogs. So,
Pets. Cats or dogs.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Biggest question, kamusta ba ang interview ng mga LGBT couples sa Middle East? So for us, it was so smooth. You're just like treated equally.
And they're very accepting.
As any other couple. Because always remember, kapag kayo ay nasa consulate or nasa embassy, it is considered that you are stepping on the USA soil. So, yun.
Okay. What are the documents that they looked for?
First, of course, huwag kakalimutan ang marriage certificate.
Original copy and apostille. Apostille?
Kasi we got married in South Africa. So, we had our marriage certificate apostille para ma-recognize siya sa US.
Or sa mga countries where same-sex marriage is accepted.
And then, second, of course, PSA birth certificate of each of us. Yeah, of both of us. And then third is ang inyong police clearance. So always remember, ang police clearance is any countries that you lived in for more than 6 months. So si Baby, meron siyang police clearance from Dubai and from the Philippines. Ako is meron ako from Philippines, from Saudi, and from Dubai. Quick backup lang dun sa Saudi. If ever nasa Saudi pa rin kayo nurses, don't forget to ask for police clearance upon your exit. Kasi mahirap nang kumuha pag nakalabas kayo. And it's just very easy. It's just fingerprinting. Pupunta lang kayo sa kahit anong police station, ask for a police clearance. I think, pero 2018 pa yata yun. Parang I paid lang almost 100 riyals. So, always ask for your police clearance. I think isa yun sa pinaka-proud na ginawa ko bago ko umalis ng Saudi.
Send a more certificate of no marriage, just in case, especially if you're in the Philippines. I heard na they're looking for it even though you're on same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
But we just prepared it from our side just in case they look for it. But so far, they didn't really ask for it.
Actually, it's very important kasi ang unang-unang natandaan ko, ang unang-unang tinanong sa pre-screener sa amin is it your first marriage? So, para lang may proof kayo na your marriage is legitimate, be prepared or magdala kayo ng inyong Senomar kasi malaking chance na hanapin nila yon sa inyo. And then, and kung itatanungin nyo kung pwede ba yung police clearance from MOHAP, wala akong personal idea about doon kasi just to be sure, kumuha na kami ng Dubai police clearance. It's very easy. Pwedeng gawin online and I think same day sasend nila yun sa email nyo. So, very easy. And it's only valid for 3 months. So, kuha lang kayo ng police clearance kapag nandiyan na yung inyong ID. And yung the rest ng mga requirements namin is, ito.
Ililista namin dito. As a guide. Para may checklist kayo kung may nawawala or may kailangan kayong kumpletuhin. And yun lang. I think that's it. These are the list of the documents that you need to have. And yung timeline namin para din ma-compute nyo or ma-estimate nyo kung kailan kayo makakaalis. And I think that's it. On our next vlog, we want to cover kung paano kami nag-travel with pets kasi isa din yun na madugo ang process.
And then, abangan nyo rin sa next naming vlog is ano ba yung mga nangyari sa amin ng mga first months namin dito. Paano kami nakakuha ng car, paano kami nakakuha ng bahay, ano ba
Bank
mga
account,
requirements,
etc.
and bank accounts. So, yun lang. Bye!
Bye! See you!
See you!